These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Today's fearsome foursome are Barry, Steve, Kevin, and Lisa. And hoping to vanquish our brainy behemoths today are Quality of Mercians. Now, this team all know one another through various online quizzes. After meeting face-to-face for the first time at a Grand Prix quiz, Pam arranged for them to meet again at a tea party at her place, and their name comes from the ancient area of Mercia, where they all live. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Pam. I'm a retired finance officer.
Hello, I'm Rob, and I'm a support worker.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm a software developer.
Hi, I'm Chris, a customer service administrator.
Pam and team, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Gosh, I know you're good quizzers. You've met via quizzing, Pam, haven't you?
Yes, we have, yes.
And what is it about quizzing that excites you so much?
Just learning new things, trying to remember what you've learnt, which is a difficult part, and
Yeah.
the social side as well.
Of course, and quizzers, do you find they tend to get on where they all meet in one place?
Oh, we do. We talk a lot.
So, is there a question setter on the team, or do you all play against each other, or what?
No, we play against each other or in individual leagues.
Pam, tell us about the tea party.
That was post-lockdown. I'd moved house to a nice little village, and I hadn't had a housewarming or anything. So once I could get out, I had a charity tea, well, tea day, really.
Oh.
So I invited all my friends and my online quizzing friends as well.
And so were you all three gentlemen at the tea party?
Yes.
Two.
Right. OK, I can see your mind is just one step ahead here, quizzers. You think you can just get on with it, Jeremy. OK, there's no small talk here. Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. If you fail to win, we roll the prize money over. Now, Quality of Mercians, they're doing rather well. They've won 7 in a row. So there's £8,000 to win today. Shall we crack on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, down to business. Head to head, first of all, on arts and books. Now, who wants arts and books, Pam?
We think that
I
might
think
be
it was going to be me.
Ian.
OK,
Thanks.
Ian. Against which egghead? You've got Barry, Steve, Kevin, Lisa. The full lineup.
Can I take on Lisa, please?
So Ian from Quality of Mercians taking on Lisa from the Eggheads to ensure there's no conferring. Please now take your positions in our legendary question room. So Ian, you were a runner-up for the Brain of Britain title, which is very hard to win.
It is hard to win. That's why I didn't win it, I suppose. I just, by some fluke, I managed to get into the final. I have no idea how.
All right, 3 multiple-choice questions on arts and books. Ian, I know you're good. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Your first question. The Mysterious Affair at Styles was the first novel featuring which literary detective? Hercule Poirot, Philip Marlowe, or Sherlock Holmes?
I think The Mysterious Affair at Styles was by Agatha Christie, so it wouldn't be Sherlock Holmes or Philip Marlowe. So by process of elimination, must be one of Christie's detectives. Hercule Poirot, I'll say.
Hercule Poirot is quite right. I reread it recently. Is it 1918 it was published, Kevin?
20.
1920. Yeah, I feel like we've just hit a centenary of that book.
So,
Yeah.
so that would have been, yeah.
Lisa, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon are the last lines of which famous poem? Kubla Khan, If, or The Owl and the Pussycat?
Just after they'd finished their mince and slices of quince, probably gave themselves awful stomach aches. It's The Owl and the Pussycat.
It's The Owl and the Pussycat. Well done. Over to you, Ian. Willie Lott's cottage, a house in Flatford, Suffolk, is visible in which of these paintings by John Constable? The Cornfield, the Haywain, or the Vale of Dedham?
Willie Lott's cottage. I'm not sure if they were all by Constable. Dedham Vale, that's somewhere in Suffolk, and I think that's where the Haywain was always also painted. Just because I know the Haywain has got a cottage in it, I'm going to have to go with the Haywain.
The Haywain is right. Well done. You're ahead. Lisa, to catch up, Natty Bumppo, known as Hawkeye, is a character in which of these novels? Kidnapped, Last of the Mohicans or King Solomon's Mines?
I panicked then for a minute. I think that's the Last of the Mohicans.
It is the Last of the Mohicans. Well done, 2-2. And back to you, Ian, we go. Patriots, which tells the story of the Russian oligarch Boris Berezovsky, is a 2022 play by which writer? Ian, is it Peter Morgan, John Logan, or Jez Butterworth?
I have never heard of this. Jez Butterworth wrote Jerusalem, I think, and he also wrote that Britannia series. John Logan, I don't know. Peter Morgan, I don't know. So I'm going to have to... Gut instinct tells me it's not just Jez Butterworth. I'm going to go with John Logan.
Eggheads?
Peter Morgan.
Peter Morgan is the answer. Bad luck. So a bit of a chance here for Lisa, and I suspect there won't be that many of these, Lisa. The Peggy Guggenheim Collection is a modern art museum in which European city? Venice, Vienna, or Valencia?
How very irritating. It couldn't even be a place where there's an actual Guggenheim museum. Now, my original thought was Valencia for no good reason, and then I went back to Venice and I thought, oh, hang on. I'm struggling to narrow this down in any meaningful way. I'm going to say Venice.
Venice is the right answer. Well done, 3 out of 3. Sorry, Ian, knocked out by our Egghead. Oh, the Eggheads are on their game tonight, I think. This is a good contest already. Ian, Lisa, come back to us, rejoin your teams, we'll play on. Okay, so these impressive challengers have lost a brain from the final round, but we're early here. The Eggheads are all still there. And we play on with geography. Pam, who are you sending in?
What do you think?
It's me and you, isn't it? What do you fancy
I
it?
think just in case sport comes
Yeah.
up later.
Yeah,
case.
I think I'll take that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, our customer service administrator from Coventry, against Barry or Steve or Kevin, the 3 lads.
Let's go for Steve.
Yeah, no easy choice there, that's for
No,
sure. So
not
Chris
at
from
all.
Quality of Mercians taking on Steve from the Eggheads. Please go to our question room again. So good luck.
Yeah.
Here, Chris, we
Thank
go
you.
in on geography. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go in first, please.
Edvard Eriksson's Little Mermaid statue is a popular tourist attraction in which city? Amsterdam, Copenhagen, or Brussels?
I've not had the good fortune to be there, but I'm sure Pam has, but I believe that's Copenhagen.
It is Copenhagen. Steve, which of these countries is in the same time zone as the UK? Portugal, Spain, or France?
That's Portugal, Jeremy.
Portugal is correct. Chris, the Scottish city of Inverness sits at the mouth of which firth? Is it Solway Firth, Firth of Forth, or Moray Firth?
That's Moray Firth.
You would know that, wouldn't you?
Well, Firth of Forth was just very, very close. I used to actually be able to see both the bridges from our bedroom window, the railway bridge and the roads bridge of Forth. So, yeah, I know it a little bit.
Steve, your question. Leopoldville is the former name of which African city? Rabat, Harare, or Kinshasa?
That's Kinshasa, Jeremy.
Kinshasa is right. Over we go to our challenger. Level 2 each. Your question, Chris. What is the national currency of Ukraine? Is it the hryvnia, dram, or leu?
Well, I know for certain it's not the dram because I believe that's Armenia. I'm torn to some degree between the leu and the hryvnia. I'm going to plump for the hryvnia.
Hryvnia is correct. Now, so that if the dram is Armenia, where is the leu?
It's Romania, but also Moldova uses its own version of that as well.
Moldova's got a leu as well.
Yeah.
So Romania and Moldova, Chris.
It'll come up.
Well, one day you're absolutely right. Okay, so now Steve is under pressure. Get this wrong, you're out. Alabama, Vermont, and Wisconsin all have capital cities whose names begin with which letter? Steve, you need to get this right. Is it A, I, or M?
It's M, Jeremy.
Give us an example then.
Alabama's Montgomery.
Uh-huh.
Vermont is Montpelier. And what was the other one you said?
Wisconsin?
Madison.
Ah. So, level, 2 great quizzes. Chris, we go back to you, sudden death. Gets a bit harder, I don't give you alternatives. The resort town of Newquay, famous for its surfing, is in which English county?
I think I've been quite close to it, and I believe that's Cornwall.
Cornwall is right.
Yeah.
Steve, Norway's longest land border is with which other country?
Sweden.
Sweden is right. Back to you, Chris. Which is the smallest of the world's oceans?
I'm going to say the Southern Ocean.
Steve, do you know? Is he right?
The Arctic.
Arctic Ocean.
Oh! Okay.
Now, that means, Steve, you can get through to the final with this one answer. Sudden death. What is the capital city of the Philippines?
Manila.
Manila's right. You're in the final. Eggheads are playing well here. We'll be back shortly if you would like to work on a question from the Eggheads during the break. The great Kevin has got one.
Yes, when the UK government initiated a large-scale evacuation campaign at the beginning of the Second World War, many of the evacuees being children, what was the rather surprising code name for the operation?
OK. Thank you, Kevin. We'll have a think and we'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back. Before the break, Kevin sent us a question, which was, when the UK government initiated a large-scale evacuation campaign at the beginning of the Second World War, many of the evacuees being children, what was the rather surprising code name for it? So it's a scary name, I think. I think the name is Horror or something like that.
No, it's not quite that blatant. No.
Or, OK, or is it about adults? Is it...
Well, let's say it's about an adult. Yeah,
Is it called Jack the Ripper or something?
No, not that inappropriate. No, it was called Operation Pied Piper.
I got that.
OK.
Which is not the best of precedents, really. When you think about what happened at the end of the poem,
Yeah.
Pied Piper takes the children off into the mountain. Bye-bye. That's
Yep,
your
I
lot.
mean, regarded now as sinister, but I mean, I must say, my parents spared me the ending when I was a child, so I just thought he
Oh,
was
right.
basically quite a friendly person. So the Pied Piper leading the children out of places like London, and we never thought what would happen at the other end.
Yeah, well, effectively, yes. I mean, they just
Gloomy.
didn't come in the poem. They just didn't come back. But of course, the evacuation was a bit different.
Who wrote the poem?
Browning.
Browning. Well done if you got Kevin's question at home. As it stands, Quality of Mercians have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any so far, so they are playing well. But they're just determined to keep this run going. You know what they're like, your quizzers. The last subject before the final, Pam and team, film and TV. Film and TV. That's good, isn't it?
No.
No? So it's Pam or Rob.
I'll have to do it, won't I?
Are you waiting for a different round, Rob?
Food and drink.
Oh, food and drink.
Or sport.
OK, so against which Egghead? You've got here Barry, known as the Shirt, or Kevin.
Go on, I have Barry then.
OK, Pam from Quality of Mercians against Barry from the Eggheads. Most of us know a bit I'm sure you'll know a lot about film and TV. Pam, to ensure there's no conferring, please go to our question room. Good luck here. Film and TV, Pam.
Thank you.
Against Barry. Barry, Pam, good luck. Pam, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Daniel Craig first played James Bond in which film, Pam? Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, or No Time to Die?
Right. I don't think it was Casino Royale. It was No Time to Die. Was that the recent one? I think it must be Quantum of Solace.
I'm trying to think this one through because I think the recent one was No Time to Die. Eggheads?
Casino Royale.
But the answer is Casino Royale.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. Barry, Nora Batty, Clegg and Compo were characters in which long-running BBC series? EastEnders, Last of the Summer Wine or Casualty?
I used to love watching this. It was Last of the Summer Wine.
Last of the Summer Wine is right. OK, to catch up, Pam, which actress starred in the films Bird Box, Ocean's 8 and The Heat? Rachel McAdams, Sandra Bullock or Reese Witherspoon?
As again, I have no clue at all, which is why I wasn't going to do this topic. I'll guess Reese Witherspoon.
See if your teammates know. Is it Reese Witherspoon?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. It's not an emergency yet, Pam, but it's quite serious. If Barry gets this right, he's in the final round. Barry, which of these Alfred Hitchcock films is set in San Francisco? To Catch a Thief, Dial M for Murder, or Vertigo?
Ooh. Well, that's a good question. The film I was thinking of didn't come up there. I don't know. I'm going to guess For To Catch a Thief.
I don't know where that is set.
Well, it's obviously not San Francisco.
It's not, no, Vertigo. And there's a lot of street scenes of, those famous sloping up and down streets. There's car scenes and street scenes. So there we are. You're not out of it, Pam. Get this right to draw level. Keith Brymer Jones found fame on which of these TV shows? The Repair Shop, The Great Pottery Throwdown, or Portrait Artist of the Year?
At last, yes. Television programmes I watch. I'm pretty sure he was the expert potter on the Great Pottery Throwdown.
The Great Pottery Throwdown is right. Well done. Presented by, do you remember?
Sarah Cox did the first one.
Sarah Cox. OK, Barry, you can take it with this. Who won the 2022 series of the reality TV show Love Island? Gemma and Luca, Ekin Su and Davide, or India and Dami?
Before I answer this, I'd like to make it clear that I've never watched a single episode of Love Island and probably never will. But unfortunately, I do happen to know it was Ekin Su and David.
Yeah, because he calls himself Davide, so you've made the point quite well there. Ekin Su and Davide is right. Well done, Barry. What can I say, Pam? You almost mounted a ferocious comeback there, but Barry has taken it. Barry will be in the final. It's looking sticky for our challengers, but not impossible. Comeback will play for £8,000. Right, this is what we have been playing towards. It's time for our final round. As always, general knowledge, but I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be in this round. So, all from the challengers, surprisingly. Pam, Ian and Chris from Quality of Mercians, would you please now leave the studio? Right, Rob, I know this wasn't quite how we planned it, and the strategy, well, they say, it never survives first engagement with the enemy.
Yeah, it's like Mike Tyson said. It's all very well having a plan until you get punched in the face. So,
It's true. OK, Rob, you're playing to win Quality of Mercians, £8,000. I can tell you that your three teammates are watching on agog behind you. Barry, Steve, Kevin, Lisa, here we all are. I know how determined you are to win and keep your run going and try to make this run as impressive as the last run you were on. 3 questions. They're general knowledge. Normally, I say you may confer. It's tricky because you're on your own. But we'll see now whether your one brilliantly quizzy brain can beat these 4. Do you want to go first or second, Rob?
I'll go first.
What does the A stand for in the name of the British Army Special Forces unit known as the SAS? Is it attack, armoured, or air?
Sounds slightly misleading, but it's air, Special Air Service.
You're absolutely right. Yep, air is right. Eggheads, which of these actors is the co-founder of the Nobu chain of restaurants? George Clooney, Robert De Niro, or Ryan Reynolds?
Robert De
I
Niro.
have an idea it's De Niro.
Because his dad was a chef or something, weren't he?
I think you've got to go back really quite a way to when Nobu was actually founded. I think De Niro's probably the plausible guess. I also feel like if it was Clooney, I would be very certain.
You happy with that?
I'd go with De Niro.
Yeah. We're not certain on this one, Jeremy, but we'll say Robert De Niro.
Lisa's logic is bang on. It is Robert De Niro.
Oh.
Well done. As it happens, Robert De Niro's parents were both artists.
Okay.
You got there, Eggheads. Robert De Niro. Rob, which of the 3 major gods in the Hindu religion is known as the creator god? Vishnu, Shiva, or Brahma?
Well, coming from Leicester with a large Indian population, I really ought to be sure of this, but I'm not. It's going to have to be a guess. So I will try Vishnu.
Vishnu. There are Brahmins, aren't there?
Yeah,
Does that tilt us towards Brahma? How do we get to this?
Yeah, I suppose it could. It's not a direct no, but yes, it is. I mean, the Brahmins are a priestly caste.
They're the highest caste, so possibly that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Brahma.
Brahma is the answer. OK, so a little slip from our challenger. Let's see if it's costly. Eggheads, Renaissance is a 2022 album by which singer? Beyoncé, Lady Gaga, or Taylor Swift?
Green Bay.
Beyonce, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
happy with that?
Yeah.
That is Beyonce, Jeremy.
It's Beyonce, well done. Well done, Renaissance. OK, Rob, you must get this one right to stay in the game. In international Morse code, which letter is represented by a single dash? D, M, or T?
Well, I know a single dot is E, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with frequency in the alphabet. But, I don't actually know. It's a single dash. On the basis that a T has a crossbar, I'll try that.
T is right. Well done. I don't know what the logic is, but I guess...
It's frequency of use, like Rob says.
So it's the easiest thing is to make it a single dash. Well done. Now, is this SOS for the challengers? If you get this right, the contest is over. Eggheads, who scored England's only try in the 2003 Rugby Union World Cup final? Matt Dawson, Mike Tyndall, or Jason Robinson?
I think it was Robinson.
I was there, I watched him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Jason Robinson? Yeah. That is Jason Robinson, Jeremy.
If you've got it right, the contest is over. Do you know the answer, Rob?
I think it's Jason Robinson.
It is Jason Robinson. We say congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. I don't think we got the best out of this challenging team. I think you're really, really good quizzers. I just hope you enjoyed it.
Of course we did.
Your second time as well.
It is, yeah.
Were you alone in the final the first time?
I was.
Oh, were you right? OK. Did you get to sudden death the first time?
Yes, I did.
Right. The Eggheads have done their thing. Their winning streak continues. So the challengers don't take the money home. We roll it over to our next show. We wonder if you'll get to a 10,000 jackpot. It's coming, isn't it? Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers can swipe the money. It'll be a £9,000 jackpot, and we hope to see you then. Goodbye.
Calling the last time Europe stood on the brink of war, Tyrant. The rise of Adolf Hitler continues tonight. That's brand new at 9. Next tonight, tech for a good workout and tech for an even better summer party. The Gadget Show. Shop smart, save money is new. After the latest entertainment news on 5 in just a moment.